In this video, I'm going to give you information about COVID-19 situation in Thailand and the possibility of the future and tourism, and also some interesting personal life. If you're interested to know what I'm going to tell you about my personal life with this news, if you're interested, don't miss this video. สวัสดีค่ะ It's me, Teya Suchira. If you want to know more about Thailand, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you will not miss anything about my country. I have to confess that the news that I'm going to talk today is inspired from the news from UK that they list Thailand as the red country. So I'm very sorry. I feel very bad for any people from UK who already plan to come to Thailand, and many of you decide to cancel the trip or refund everything. This is starting to be very bad headache as well, as Thai people who also planning to go to UK also having the same problem, because lots of students who has to go to study in UK, and also a lot of people family who has to go back to work or anything is starting to be very messy. So I'm very sorry it happened to all of us, both anyone who's leaving Thailand to UK and both from UK to Thailand. For this news, it's starting to make me having my question, a personal question, like what is going on, why UK announced about this news. I mean, I know that it's just because of Thailand is having a very high new cases of the COVID-19. I understand about it, but what I feel a little bit confused is just because of the 5 days ago, Thai government, the Ministry of Thailand already had a press release giving us report that Thailand already got to the peak point, and right now we are getting lower, and we believe that is going to be even lower in September, just because of the new cases of COVID-19 is dropped, and it's been like that for a few days before they announce that news. So that makes me feel like, okay, if UK give us the red list of the high risk country before, I would understand, but Thailand already announced that everything is getting slow, but UK just announced. That make me feel that's a pity. That's a pity. Yeah. So for today, I have information about what is really going on in Thailand. Is it like it's getting worse? Really? I think it's getting better, because the news that I hear today from the Ministry of Public Health saying that the new cases of COVID-19 is slowing down, and they expect that by December everything is going to be totally relaxed, less rule. He said that today in Bangkok, people have the new cases of COVID-19 for about 4,000. That's a lot, right? 4,000 people per day for like a few weeks already. So that is why he wants everyone in Bangkok to be aware of this COVID-19. But about vaccination is getting much better, because he said that within 24 hours, people can get vaccination for 900,000 people, which is today, people who get vaccination is more than 30 million doses already, which it means that the first doses people got for about 31%, and the second doses is about 10%. So he said that it seems like giving a vaccine to people is getting quite okay. It's just like quite reach to the target. That's what he said. But he still wants people who's older than 60 years old to be aware, and also people who get very sick, which is 76 of people who get so sick, they got to be careful as well, as well as ladies who get pregnant. The pregnancy for more than 12 weeks has to be careful. But they have the plan to give vaccination within this year for 100 million doses within this year, which is going to cover 50 million population in the country. And they're planning to have a Sinovac for about 6 million doses per month, as well as AstraZeneca. And also in September, it's going to be 7.3 million doses coming to Thailand, and the last 3 months of this year is going to be a lot more. And also Pfizer is coming to Thailand at the end of September for another 2 million doses, as they have a contract. And it's going to be another 30 million doses within this year, 2021. So he thinks at least Thai people is going to get a vaccine for at least 124 million doses for this year. And it seems like people can get a vaccine for about 600,000 doses per day, and he believes that we can do it. So he thinks that in September, if people just support each other, help the government to do as the rule, everything is going to be better. And also in October, he thinks the situation is going to be like from the high one, it's going to be low one to just like medium situation. And then before December, he thinks all the activities can get back to normal again. This is what he thinks. But he said for people who come from another country, even though they already got 2 doses of vaccination, but people still have to do a quarantine for 14 days. So hopefully this one is going to be lifted as soon as possible. And just because of the situation, it seems to be a little bit better. So right now the government already announced 2 dark red zones provinces, including my hometown here in a farmhouse. We are starting to be a little bit relaxed. For example, like people in dark red zone, they can travel to another places as well. But he just asked for people to go if it's really only necessary only. And also, for example, like if anybody get on the public transport in the dark red zone, at least they don't want the passenger to be on the bus or in a public vehicle for more than 75%, and everyone must wear a mask at all times. And also they not allow anybody to eat during a journey. And also if anybody get on a van, like a public van, at least the van should stop on the way for every 2 or 3 hours on the way. Also in the restaurant can be open, but the restaurant has to be like outdoor, like here. I think I can open the restaurant. Yeah, would you like to come to Teya restaurant here? Well, okay, let me get back. The restaurant has to be even indoor, but no air condition, because he wants everything to just having a good flow of air flow, and people who come to sit in a restaurant, it can be only 70%. If it's air conditioned room, it has to be only 50% of people who can come to the restaurant. Some activities can be opened on the 1st of September as well, like a barber, hairdresser. But barber and hairdresser, we can do only one thing, cutting hair. And then you have to do hair cutting, just only not more than 1 hour per person. And also a massage can open as well, but can do only a foot massage. As well as the beauty clinic, it has to be like advanced appointment, not just only walk-in. But some activities that they should not allow to open is like school, tutor school, or cinema, theater, or spa, or theme park, fitness, gym, swimming pool, and the meeting room still not allowed to open. And all these activities can be open just only until 8 o'clock at night. So if you go to the park can open, but it has to be like open air park Well, I don't need to go. I can stay home. It's a park already. But if people go out, they are not allowed to go out after 9 o'clock p.m. until 4 o'clock in the morning on the next day. And also, they still let us to work from home. This curfew is still keep going for another 14 days. So the Ministry of Public Health, they just tell us that within this year, 2021, they're going to manage to get enough vaccine for 140 million doses within this year, which is from 5 brands of vaccine. And right now, we already got 40.3 million doses, and it's going to be another 97.2 doses, which is on the way. And 5 brands that we're going to have is, first one is Sinovac, the second one is AstraZeneca, the third one is Pfizer, fourth is Sinopharm, and the fifth one is Moderna. And also we already got donation from other countries as well, such as like Japan, USA, UK, and Bhutan. Thank you so much. So in Thailand at the moment, the Ministry of Public Health give a vaccine to Thai people like they do cross vaccine. Usually they do first one is Sinovac and another one is AstraZeneca. My parents already got both of them. First one I took them, they got Sinovac, they are fine. But the second doses that they get is AstraZeneca, and my God, they were so sick, and I feel very glad that I come here and stay with them. This is the right time, the right moment that they really need to have children to take care of them, because when I see both of them have like side effect at the same time, they were like very high fever, they couldn't walk, and both of them just sleep all day. My father in the morning he looks fine, but just a few hours later he was so hurt his body and also headache, so I have to look for medicine for him. And oh my God, I feel very bad. Daughter like me, I can't cook. I can't cook, and only mother. Usually my mother cook for me. It's time for me telling myself how guilty I feel for, for not being able to cook for parents when they are sick. So it makes me inspire me to start to think about I should starting to learn how to cook Thai food. Yeah, but only one day. On the next day, I saw my mother work in a farmhouse. That made me feel like, yes, I'm very happy to see them healthy again, and hopefully they're going to have immunity better, healthier. Especially my father, I'm very concerned to him because he got diabetes, and also he's old. He's almost 80 years old, so that's why I'm a little bit worried about his health. In my opinion, whatever vaccine, if it would help my parents to be healthier, less sick, and stay with us as long as they can, I don't mind. So that is what I think. Um, even though the vaccine is not ready, not perfect, the best vaccine in the world, but it's better than nothing at the moment. And also, I want to share about my personal Thai life and Thai belief with you about the situation of the Thailand COVID-19. Just because of the other day, I went to Bangkok to see the doctor. If you remember, I went to Bangkok and see the doctor on 21st of August, if I'm not wrong, 21st of August. Before I left home, I just cleaned my house, just make everything so nice, so beautiful, just because of I've been living here for a long time, and every day I live here, every day I stay home, I just get used to being with the messy room. But when I'm leaving to Bangkok, I look at my room before I leave. I feel like, oh my God, it looks so bad. I don't want to feel bad when I come back to see a messy room. So I just decide to clean everything's all nice. look so good and tidy before I leave. And this is what my mother get upset. This is something a bit superstitious, just because of I do something very unusual. So my mother got so upset, like, what is going on? Why she clean her room too good? Is she really come back? Will she come back? Really? Really? Like, she's starting to concern about my behave. The reason is about Thai belief, something like this. We are quite superstitious. If you say something to make you feel or sign like you're not going to return, it makes people get upset. Especially my mother, she said that when she got pregnant, when she got me, she said that every time when I go to the hospital, when I go to give a birth delivery, I clean my house totally, everything so clean, pretty, because my mother feel that I feel emotion. My mother said that every time when I give birth, I feel like I'm going to die. So she think that in case she died, at least a house is nice and tidy. Nobody has to clean and work so hard at home. So when she see me clean a house, she believed that I think the same as her. That's why she was so upset. In the same time, why I talk about this? Just because of in Thailand we have a lot of the Thai fortune teller telling us that what it's going to be like, situation in Thailand, what it's going to be like, it's going to be good, it's going to be bad. There's so many Thai fortune teller telling us that the peak day that a lot of people will die, like they say ใบไม้ร่วง ใบไม้ร่วง means the leaf fall, the leaf fall. ใบไม้ means leaf, ร่วง means fall. People will die like a leaf fall. It means like it's a lot. That peak day that the fortune teller said is on 22nd of August. My mother also believed, like, oh my God, my daughter, she leave home and then she gonna be away on 22nd of August. So she was so worried about it. And for myself, when I say that 22nd of August, it's just because of we have so many new cases of COVID-19. So many people died, and so many people catch COVID-19. But it's quite interesting. On 23rd of August, the Ministry of Public Health announced that we already reached to the peak point, and right now everything is going to be slowly drop down. I feel like, wow, interesting. I mean, I don't think the Ministry of Public Health or someone like politician or something like very official people will just rely on the fortune teller or something like that. But it's just like interesting coincidence that it could be quite interesting. What do you think? But anyway, on 23rd of August, I just got back home because I went to see a doctor. Then I came home. On the way, my mother keep calling me. Where are you? Where are you? Just because of she's so worried about that fortune teller and also me cleaning my room or everything. So I think it's quite interesting to share a belief and also the fortune teller about COVID-19 Thailand situation with you. What do you think? Are you superstitious like us? Anyway, this is all about the report that I want to say to tell you. And also, Victor is walking around. So at the end of this video, I'm going to get him to say hi with you. If you think this video is interesting, please at least give me a thumb up. And if you appreciate it with my work information that I searched for you today, you feel like you want to support my channel, you want to buy me a coffee, you can have a look in the description how to buy me a coffee. And today, thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you next time and stay safe, okay? สวัสดีค่ะ Victor. Victor. This is Victor. lots of fighting.